Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. So today we're going to take a look at the new moon that's occurring on July 5th or 6th, depending on where you live in the world. We're going to take a look at each life path number and what this new moon could hold in store. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading or forecast for your own personal numerology, please go to my website and book some time with me. I would love to work with you and take a closer look. All right, so let's take a look at what this new moon has in store for us. Life path number 5. So you are going to be working with the energy of the 7 and the 8. And this is interesting. I feel like this is going to be an opportunity for some greater sort of self-discovery when it comes to your career, to your relationship to money and resources, power, status, influence, etc. There's some sort of like this energy of going deeper, like a deep dive into sort of how you really feel about what it is that you are investing your energy into, right? When it comes to your career, when it comes to how you're making money, how you view, power and status, etc. Or if you're somebody who is in a position of authority or someone who's in a position of has a lot of power, etc. This 7 energy is going to come in and say, really check in with yourself and see how you feel about how you use that influence, that power, that status. Do you feel good about it? Do you feel that it's in alignment with your own integrity and your own truth? When it comes to your career, when it comes to what you do for a living, do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like you are investing so much of your time and energy into something that is filling you up, right? Or do you feel depleted? And this energy, the 7 and the 8 are not saying, okay, if you don't feel fulfilled, then quit your job and go find something that fulfills you. The 7 is saying, okay, well, the 8 is saying, if you're not fulfilled, find something that fulfills you, right? And the 7 is saying, I'll help you to get there. So, you might need to go back to school. You might need to get a mentor. You might need to, volunteer first and then, get the experience so that it can transition into something, that's paid or whatever. The 7 is saying, let's figure out what it is that we need to do in order to get to where we want to be. But it's not saying skip the steps and, again, throw the baby out with the bathwater and just up and quit and, because you're not fulfilled. So there's a lot here about sort of exploring and sort of digging a little bit deeper, but really being honest with yourself about, is this where I want to be in 5 years? Is this what I want to be doing in 5 years? Am I happy with how I am spending my day-to-day, time and energy? Because usually with work, since we live in like a, money-driven society, we have to work for a living, right? We have to make money. And so this energy is saying, okay, yes, we need to do that, but there are steps that can be taken to get us to where we feel fulfilled in that process, right? So that we're not just wasting the majority of our life until we retire and then we can live type of thing. And it's interesting because for 5s, people who have life path of 5 or strong 5 placements usually are very unique in their approach when it comes to things like career. Because usually these are the people who really struggle with having a set 9 to 5 or a really like strict protocol of, or very menial work, right? So these are usually people who are the entrepreneurs or want that level of freedom or want a sort of outside of the norm type of schedule or something like that, right? So for this energy be coming through for you all, right, as the 7 and 8 energy coming through for 5s, there's something here that it's trying to help you to step into that more sort of, less restrictive energy and really sort of tap into the an unconventional way of life, right? And again, it's not saying throw away your obligations and just be free. Unfortunately, we don't live in a society that allows for that very much. We have to kind of figure it out and be strategic about it. But this energy is helping you to do that, to figure out what is it that you want to do, how is it that you can get there to do it, and how can you set yourself up so that you're not setting yourself up for failure, right? So interesting here, but I do think that it's really going to have you take a closer look at, how are you spending your energy? How are you spending your time? Does it feel good? What is your belief system when it comes to what you are worthy of, what you deserve, etc.? Go a bit deeper into that. And I think it will open up sort of some doors for you all to see, if you want to be an artist, there's a path to get there. If you want to be a dentist, I don't know, these are just things coming out of the ether. But if you want to be a dentist, there's a path to get there. So if you're doing something that you don't want to be doing, then there is a path to get you to where you want to go, right? It's going to take focus and energy and effort and all of those things, but you can certainly get there. So it's just about, do you want to continue to sacrifice yourself, your energy into something that is unfulfilling, or do you want to sort of do what you have to do to get to where you want to be, type of thing, and then sort of reap the rewards of that. So interesting energy here. I do think it's going to sort of ask you to kind of reflect on sort of where you're at and where you want to be going and get a plan for how to get there. Yeah, big energy here, big energy. And it doesn't have to just be around career, but it can also be, around those things, around like power, status, influence, etc. So if you're the head of the household type of thing, how is your influence affecting those that are in your family? And do you feel good about that? And does there need to be some adjustments there, type of thing? So there's a lot here about greater self-awareness, self-evaluation, and really like power, money, status, influence, etc., and integrity. So there's a lot to unpack around this new moon, and it's only lasts a couple of weeks. So it could feel a little intense over the next couple of weeks, but pay attention to what it's bringing up for you and where it is that when you think about this area or when you show up to this area of life, you feel frustrated or depleted. And that's where this energy is trying to get in there and help you to find a better way. So I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.